When life gives you lemons, you can make lemonade. You can also make a mask for your face if you have acne. Mix it with a little bit of oatmeal and honey. But the point that I'm trying to get at is when you feel doubt, just remember, if you walk in faith, you are unstoppable. Hey guys, it's Sandrea Lanay, and I'm back with some story time. It's gonna be like a 2-in-1, so I'll do story time in the beginning, and then I'll lead you to a how-to. This week's how-to is how to get over a breakup. Okay, so I'm not gonna get all deep in shit. I'll just give you a little bit of a story leading to the breakup. Okay, so me and my ex, wait. This is gonna be a little hard. I've been single for a year and some change now. Me and my ex, we broke up last April of 2014, and look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Hey, okay. So, to get here was not easy at all. You know, we were together off and on 5 years. So, you know, when the end came and when the end approached, it was a little hard to come to realization with it, just because we went through breakups and makeups before, and I knew that this time he was serious and he meant it, and you know, he was done. He was done. But I wasn't completely done. You know, I may have said a few things, he may have said a few things, but at the end of the day, I still had faith in us, and I still thought that I could fix what we had. However, he was like, no, I feel like I've been led down this road before, and I'm just gonna stop it before it happens, which is okay. You know, it's okay. So like I said, I was a little dramatic. I can be very dramatic at times, but it hurt. It hurt. It was a hurt that I had never felt before. I felt alone. I felt like, I didn't feel suicidal, like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. But I honestly felt like, how will I live another day? Like, how can I do this? And I don't know why I was thinking those things, but I stayed in a room and cried and cried and cried for like a weekend straight. Did not leave, did not talk to anyone, did not do anything. And then I began to pray, and I started to see the light. Which brings me to this how-to. So, you know, people go through things, people go through breakups, people go through makeups, but if you ever have been through a breakup and you honestly know that this is the end, however, you're not sure how to get over it, stay tuned. I had to switch my earrings because those other ones were doing way too fucking much for me. All right, so the first thing that I would suggest is to pray. Now, I try not to get all religious and whatnot on my channel, just because everyone has their own religious belief. However, I do think in all of the religious beliefs that everyone still prays, right? So pray to whoever your God is. Pray for strength. Pray for motivation to move on. And just pray for sanity at times, you know, because sometimes you may feel a little crazy while you're going through this. All of these emotions are, you know, just pouring out of you, and it can be a lot. My next tip or step would be to, if you both are into social media, unfollow, unfriend. It's not healthy to continue to look into their lives to see what they what they doing this weekend, you know, or where are they going to be at. Oh, I might as well just go out and happen to, you know, show off and do my own thing because I know they're going to be there. No, that's petty. Don't be a petty wop. Don't be a petty LaBelle. No. My next tip would be to reevaluate yourself. Honestly, like, even if it wasn't your fault, reevaluate yourself, because we change daily, you know. And like I said, even if it wasn't your fault, don't necessarily think about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. However, reevaluate the situation in its whole, write it all out, write your feelings out, your emotions out, and honestly, at the end, you should think about what you've learned from that situation. This is a big step. It's a really important, and I know a lot of people that follow me noticed last year I was so big on it. Shout out to Shameless Maya, shout out to Andrea Lewis for putting me on and motivating me to self-love myself. Sometimes when you get wrapped up in relationships, you know, you're comfortable with yourself, you love yourself, or you're not really loving yourself because you're letting someone else do all the loving for you. And that's not healthy, because then you lose yourself within the relationship. So continue to, or establish a self-love within yourself. Learn what it is that makes you happy, learn what it is that makes you smile, and begin to live for yourself. So important. The last step, or the last advice giver that I have is, it's hard. This is also a hard one. That's why this is at the end. But my last step would be to forgive. First, forgive yourself, because everything happens for a reason. And then forgive them. It'll take time. But it's doable and it's needed. In order for you to move on, you have to forgive, regardless of how they made you feel, regardless what the situation is. You have to forgive that person in order to move on. So forgive yourself, love yourself, forgive them, and just move on. I hope that helped, guys. I really hope that helped. I mean, if you have more questions, I have more answers, you know, you can leave a comment below, like it, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys later. Bye.